Hi friends, welcome to VV Educational channel. Today's video is about extraction of metals, which mainly deals with low reactivity series. Actually friends, I'm so sorry. These 2 days I was stuck with some work. That's why we are not able to upload videos. But from here afterwards, I'm sure I'll upload it correctly. Okay, let's go into the video. It actually mainly deals with two things, elements and compounds. When it is in element state, this is already in the least as possible, so you should leave it. As such if the metal is present in elemental state. If it's elemental state, you should not do anything, that's all, it is complete. But if it is in compound state, it is a mixture of one or two elements. Okay, so you have to convert that into free metal. That's the work we are going to do. For that, you have some reactions that we will further discuss. Actually, it may be present in two states. It may be sulfides or it might be oxides. If it's sulfides, we have to first do it with roasting. Then you have, for oxides, you have two other methods. First, in sulfides, you have to do roasting. What is roasting? In previous video, we have told roasting is heating the metal with presence of high oxygen. That is roasting. Why do we do it with high presence of oxygen? Because it does not possess oxygen. Instead, it possesses sulfur. But it does not have oxygen. That's why we add some more oxygen to it. That's why it's called roasting. Then after we convert sulfide into oxides, here you can, according to the metal, you should undergo the process. There are two processes. You can either take it into calcination or you can do it with reduction with hydrogen. So it's like which is feasible, you should consider that process. You should consider calcination. We already know you should heat it with less amount of oxygen or with no amount of oxygen. You should heat the metal, then you will get a free metal. Or else, if calcination is not feasible, you have to go with reduction with hydrogen. You have to undergo with reduction with hydrogen, friends. That's all. This is very easy. Next, let's go and see with reactions. So here I'm going to tell the reactions occurring. So first, let's take with example of mercuric sulfide. This mercuric sulfide's formula is HgS. We already know this Hd is mercury and this S is sulfide. That's why we call it as mercuric sulfide. And we already know this mercury exists in two forms. What? Two forms. If it's having valency 1, it is called as mercurous. What, friends? It's called mercurous. And if it's having valency 2, it's called as mercuric. What? Mercuric. So it differs according to the valency. The name itself differs. Why we give name like this? Okay, from the name itself we should be able to identify what valency it possesses. What valency it possesses. So this is very important. When it is having valency 1, it is called mercurous. When it is having valency 2, it is called as mercuric. This is only for mercury. What? This is only for mercury. These two names exist. Like this, for many compounds it exists. Even for copper, it exists as cupric and cuprous. What? Cupric and cuprous it exists. Like this, for many elements it possesses. Like while going the following video, when the element comes, I'll give a detailed explanation. Okay, let's come here. So this is called mercuric sulfide, and other special name is also given, that is called cinnabar. What is it? Cinnabar. So its special name is called cinnabar. So here you might wonder why I didn't write Hg2S or something else. So for this, I'll give you a short note. Like listen here. Hg, we know mercury, and sulfide also. Yes, okay. So here mercury, here we are taking with the valency 2. So we are taking it as mercuric. That's why it's called as mercuric here. So we are taking with valency 2. This also with valency 2. We know sulfur's valency is 2. So when we cross it, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. That's why we get the formula as HgS. Okay, so this HgS2 is wrong and this HgS is correct. Okay, this special name is cinnabar. It's otherwise called as mercuric sulfide. What? Mercuric sulfide. Okay, be very careful with this mercuric spelling and not mercurous. Okay, let's go to the reaction. This before number whatever I have mentioned is according to balancing the chemical reaction. So students, be very careful in balancing the reactions. So while going further classes, the very main point we should know when we take a chemical reaction like this, when we write the main point first we should do is writing the balancing reaction, then only you will get the full mark which has been obtained to it. Okay, let's go. This is mercuric sulfide plus oxygen. I've told before itself, first you should heat it with presence of oxygen. Then that's name is called roasting. What is it called? Roasting. Then through roasting, then this one, it goes like this, takes place and sulfur goes out. So you get it as mercuric oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Here two oxygens are there, no? Okay, O2 plus here, so total 6 is there. So here 2 reacts and here 4 reacts. We get so here we get two products, which is mercuric oxide and sulfur dioxide. Okay, SO2. This SO2 is evaporates out. Next, further I said, after roasting there are two possible methods you can go with. Either you can go with reduction with hydrogen, or you can either take the possible of calcination. You should do this two process. You should choose this two process according to the element what we have. So here mercuric oxide, when we first do it with reduction with hydrogen, we obtained mercury plus water. Actually, when you see, this is not very highly preferable. When you take, it is not preferred. Okay, so that's why we don't go with this method. We don't go with which method? We don't obtain, or we don't highly recommend reduction with hydrogen for mercuric sulfide. Okay, for mercuric sulfide we don't. First we do roasting, next we go with what next thing, calcination. We don't normally go with reduction with hydrogen because that is not feasible, that is not preferred. Okay, next we can go, this is with calcination. Okay, mercuric oxide, when it is calcinated means it is heated with no presence of oxygen. With no presence of oxygen you get Hg and O2. Okay, this is highly feasible. So I'm coming here again. For mercuric sulfide, first process you do is roasting. What you do? First process is roasting, and second process you do is calcination and not reduction with hydrogen. Okay, this you should be very clear. This calcination or reduction with hydrogen, it differs from the product what we get here. Okay, so according to those products, intermediate products what we get, according to that we should either choose reduction with hydrogen or calcination. Thank you friends, I'll meet you in the next video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe.